My name's Jake Steward, and because none of us are smart enough to write news jokes, I'm here to rant about something that's really bugging me. Now, I know a lot of my past rants and past episodes have been a little more comedic than not, but tonight I need to speak on a more serious note. This is something that's really important that all of you know, and I feel like this is a good outlet for me to be able to explain this to you. I cannot overstate the importance of what's going on. You will all die during the inevitable zombie apocalypse. That's it. There's no avoiding it. You are going to die. No matter how many Facebook quizzes you take, no matter how many articles you read on College Humor or Crack.com, a bulleted list online is not going to help you to survive, and that's what I need to address tonight. And I don't mean that you're going to die after like a month or two of fighting the good fight. I mean within a few days of this thing starting. You see, okay, well, first, I guess I should say that the zombie apocalypse is going to be nothing of what video games and movies tell you that it's going to be. There's not going to be convenient tables full of guns and ammo just scattered around town. This isn't Left 4 Dead. This is real life. And if you're hit by a zombie, you're not getting back up. You don't have extra lives. This isn't a video game. And I know a lot of you are saying, bullshit, Jake, I can survive. I know what to do. Well, let me break down the facts for you. Right now, I'm going to speak specifically to the Wilmington area, but the gist of what I'm saying can be applied to most any metropolitan city. First, step one. What do you think step one would be? Run to the closest military base? Well, the Coast Guard really isn't that easy to break into as one might think. One does not simply walk into Mordor. You're going to need several IDs, a government badge, and proof that you have no more than 0 scratches on your person. Plus, they're the government, so they most likely started this whole thing in the first place. They're crawling with undead soldiers of their own. You don't want to go anywhere near there. So you think maybe I should just get out of town. Go to the country, somewhere away from people. Well, the other 115,000 people currently living in Wilmington just had that exact same thought that you had. Now there's a traffic jam on that one bridge out of town. You're in gridlock, your car isn't going anywhere, so you have two choices. A, you can sit in your car and wait for them to get you, or you spend the rest of the apocalypse by foot, because I know that no more than 2 of you out there know how to hotwire a car. Something I'm sure you're going to go home and Google tonight. So, you're stuck in traffic. Step 2, what would that be? Get supplies? In Dead Rising and Dawn of the Dead, the heroes are trapped in a mall. Our mall has 1 floor, and all the hallways lead to one central location, your death. So, you might think, well, there's Walmart and grocery stores. There are 15 grocery stores in the Wilmington area and 115,000 people that want to get there. You're not going to last within 10 minutes inside Post Z-Day Walmart. You think the rednecks that shop there now are crazy? All right, so you don't have any food. You can't get any supplies because everyone is getting supplies. You would have about 14 days under normal circumstances without food. So, I mean, you might think that, well, what if I find food along my journey, right? Well, do you really want to pick up stray food off the ground during the zombie apocalypse? You wouldn't do that without the zombie apocalypse. Plus, you don't know how this disease is spread. Is it airborne? Is it only if you're bit? What if you have an open wound? What if you even touch blood? Because there's going to be blood literally everywhere. You don't know because you're not a scientist, and if you were a scientist, you wouldn't be sitting at Thursday Night Live right now. You'd be out curing cancer. So, no food and no car. Other supplies you might need. Guns. Of course guns. Everybody knows you can only kill zombies with guns. Now, this being Wilmington, statistically speaking, and I don't want to bring politics into this, but statistically speaking, most of you out there are probably left-leaning. Now, I hate to bring this up, but being a liberal kind of works against you in the zombie apocalypse, and let me explain. How many of you out there actually own a gun? Sean, I know you own a gun. Anybody else? Handgun, shotgun, semi-automatic? Okay, good. 2 people out of 50 that are here. Now, and I mean, how many of you have even fired a gun? And I don't mean the gun range downtown or when your grandpa taught you how to shoot in the backyard, because those are stationary targets. And laser tag doesn't count because if you get hit, you pause for 30 seconds and start again. Are you serious? That's not how life works. So, You don't have your own gun, why not go raid a gun shop, right? Well, there are 4 gun and ammunition stores in Wilmington and 115,000 people trying to get there. And all of these 4 gun stores are locally owned, meaning that they probably have different politics than you have. And mom and pop gun shop aren't just going to give away what is now the most precious commodity to anyone who's asking. No, mom and pop gun shop are now currently living underground in a bunker with enough supplies to last until the turn of the century, and they took all of their ammunition with them. They probably will survive Z-Day. But they're destined to turn into some inbred mole people, so that's a whole different story. Now, let's recap. You got no guns, no food, and no car. Future isn't looking so bright. But, Jake, what about that one movie where they used a cricket bat to kill zombies? Couldn't I do that? Well, first of all, do you want a cricket bat? And second of all, do you really think you're going to have enough energy after running around all day with no food and no car that you want to risk getting within arm's reach of a zombie to maybe take a swing at it? And adrenaline can only get you so far, and Melee isn't as easy as Left 4 Dead claims that it is. Now, despite all of my flawless logic, I know that there are a few of you out there that are still wrongfully and naively believing that you can still make it, and I just want to put this one thought into your head. Do you really have what it takes to kill another human being? And I know that the circumstances are a little different because A, they're attacking you, and B, they're not technically themselves, but think about how hard of a time you had flushing Goldie down the toilet when you were 8. That was a fish, and it was already dead. You see the difference? Take that and apply it to your best friend who helped you move in that one time when he clearly had better things to do. But he helped you out because he's your friend and you've been friends ever since you bonded over that one thing you found out you both liked all those years ago when you first met. You won't have the heart to shoot him in the face. Because you're good people. We're good people. Mostly. And mostly good people are the first to go during the zombie apocalypse. I hate to say it, but it's true. And another fun fact, I guess I should mention, that video games and movies don't bring up about undead corpses. Smell. How many of you out there have smelt rotting flesh? It is literally the worst thing you will ever smell in your life. It's like gag reflex is bad. Like an incessant amount of vomit forever kind of bad. Good luck trying to fight off zombie hordes when you can't stop Emily Rosing all over yourself. No one out there is the unlikely hero who grows through his struggles and fights to save the day and get his girl. That guy doesn't exist. That guy only exists in Hollywood to sell his tickets and hope. We are all the doomed. And I know that that's a really depressing topic, but it had to be said. You will die during the inevitable zombie apocalypse. It's just up to you to come to terms with it. Or live your life in hopeless optimism, and one day you'll find out that surviving really isn't as easy as up, down, left, right, B, A, start. I'm Jake Steward, and that's this week's bullshit.